I mean, it's very exciting. It's just constant thought, really, that goes into it. I would say that as the closer we get, the less sleep I've been getting. As a player, I knew I was prepared, and I think I've prepared them as a coach. But like, there's always that little bit that I was like, well, we won't know until we play another team, right? So it's kind of just anticipation is growing and the excitement is growing. We're really looking forward to it.
Trevor, in your first season leading the program for you, I know you've been a part of the program, but what is kind of your vision and what do you kind of envision, to hope where you hope to kind of take things as that goes?
Well, we use terminology of we want to be conference champions. We want to win in a regional. We want to go to super regionals and college world series. That's the goal for this program. And I think we have all of the things necessary for us to really build this into something that's really incredible. It's like one of the major mid-majors in college baseball, right? We've looked at other schools who've been able to do it. Indiana State is a great example, and we kind of look to them as kind of the blueprint as to how we can become a mid-major that competes at really the national level, like college world series, super regional, stuff like that.
You guys returning 3 starters pitching wise. How do you plan on using that rotation? Who's going to be your opening day starter?
Jake Garing's going to be our opening day starter. He is brilliant, and it really is nice as a coach to know that we've got a guy at the front end of our rotation like that, and I think he can go up and compete against anybody in the nation.
Overall, obviously, you guys probably weren't happy with how last season went, but towards the end of the year, you guys started to find some momentum. You were able to string together some wins, and then obviously ended the season strong in the conference tournament. How do you feel like you guys can kind of carry that momentum that you found towards the end of last year and kind of build that into this season as well?
Yeah, I think last year was really a testament to being process oriented, right? So we stuck to the process the whole year, and then it paid off in the end for us. So we kind of bring that same mentality in. We stay process oriented, and we know that one pitch or one game doesn't define our season, right? We play pitch to pitch. Every single game is we play one pitch and then the next pitch and then the next pitch. So just building off of kind of got us out there and know that everybody here, we can do it. We can get to that point, and now we stay with the process oriented, and hopefully it works out for us.
You have 21 new players.
Mm-hmm.
How would you label this team? I mean, if someone says, hey, you a veteran team, you a young team?
I would say we're a veteran team. We got a lot of guys in the portal who've played at other colleges throughout the nation. A lot of guys have been to regionals even. So I would say we're a little bit older. We have a good group of core like freshmen. That'll be a nice building block for the future. But I think on our pitching staff in the weekend rotation, we're going to throw 3 seniors out there, 2 of which have been to a regional, and Jake has pitched in conference championships games. So we look forward to that, and then having that, and that we've been there and we've done that before. So
Having so many newcomers, how do you feel like those guys have all kind of ingratiated themselves into the program, and how they're kind of messing with the returning guys and everything?
yeah, so that was something that I had to think about too. I was like, how are they gonna gel and they're gonna mesh? And honestly, they seemed to be like best friends the second day they got on campus. So that was really nice. It was nice as a coach to know that like these guys love each other already, and I didn't really have to do anything. I think the other day they had a team movie night too, watched the movie 300, and that was not anything that any of the coaching staff did. They just put that on themselves. So they've been able to mesh really well, and it seems like I think that just happens with baseball too. Doesn't matter where you're really from, right? You're here to play the same game, and in the end, we're all ball players. So they ended up really getting along really well. It was nice.
I know we had a nice stretch there. Were you able to get outside at all?
We got outside one day, and that was nice. You get some outfielders some work there. But with the Watt Center and having the distance we do, we feel like we come in at a good point. We're able to throw with long distance, and we've really just put an emphasis on throwing the ball, right, as infielders, as outfielders, and with the pitchers too, because that allows us, like when it's cold everywhere, right? So, but we have 100+ yards where we can throw, we can get distance. So we put pride into that. Obviously, going to a natural surface at Baylor, there will be a little bit of an adjustment period, and we know that, but we think that we're in pretty good standing, and having the Watt Center really makes it so that the odds kind of even out.
What are your expectations when it comes to the Horizon League?
My expectation is that my teams are going to be in every game and we're going to compete. I don't really want to put a number on how many wins or something like that. They know that the goal is to win the Horizon League, and that will always be the goal, and then not just win the Horizon League, but win in a regional. So that's the kind of terminology we use. We don't sell ourselves short, and we're going to everywhere we go with the mindset that we're going to win these games.
Obviously, Wright State has kind of always been the power in the Horizon League, but how does like the rest of the league kind of shake out? Or what do you kind of see for how competitive the rest of the league is going to be? You know, as you guys are all kind of chasing that conference title.
Yeah. Well, what's cool is we play each other 6 times before we get to the postseason. So you get to learn your opponent really well, but they also get to learn you. So that second time we come through, every team has something that they can win with, right? Every team feels comfortable and confident at this point. I would say, obviously, Northern Kentucky, they were the defending champions, so they have the target on their back, right? And that's who we hope to take their place as the conference champion. But all those teams and all those coaches are very good, and it'll be fun to see. I think there's a lot of new players in the conference this year, so it'll be fun to see how this goes.
Trevor, being around this conference, it only has 6 teams for baseball.
Mhm.
Is that a concern as a coach for you?
No, I kind of like it, honestly. When you get to play somebody 6 times, right, you get to the point of like who actually, with baseball, I feel everything comes back to the median, right? So one game, something crazy can happen, but over 6, and that's why they play 162 games in the MLB, like over the long haul, right, the best team is going to win. So I think when you can play 6 games in 2 different series against the same team, it really shows, 1, how are you making adjustments, and 2, like who's actually the better team.
I get that, but from a conference standpoint, and to keep baseball alive in the conference, to have 6 teams, I mean.
Yes. So obviously, I mean, in you look at it like from a conference standpoint, and I think I think the rule is having to have 6 teams to qualify. So obviously that's a little bit of something. I don't get into that much thought very often, but it would be cool either way to add more teams or stay with the 6. But definitely, I think this is a fun conference, and we should do everything in our power to continue to promote baseball within the Horizon League.